Hi, welcome to day 8 of Festive Tangles. Today's tangle is a tangle by Lynn Mead. It's Phroz. Phroz? I hope I pronounced it right. It's like a sister to one of my favorite tangles ever, which is Facet. And it's just a little bit, different than Facet is. So I will show you how to draw it, and I will draw it in a way that I will draw a hexagon. But I'm not trying to get like a perfect hexagon, so I'm just going to be relaxed about the final outcome of it, starting with this kind of a snowflake shape or base for the snowflake shape, and then I'm going to connect these lines, and this is where I have a hexagon, and it's not a perfect hexagon, which is totally fine with me, and I encourage you to do it like that without expecting or hoping for a perfect hexagon. And now that I have this, I will start adding a simple fragment in each of these spaces within this reticulum. And I'll start first with a line. It's a dot, somewhere around the middle of each of these little fragments, and then I'm just going to connect this central dot in each of them with the corners of each triangle, and it's as easy. Oops, see what happens when you don't rotate the tile and when you speak while you draw. Anyway, I'm doing the same thing over and over again. It's very repetitive. It's actually also one of these simple triangular fragments from Zentangle's collection of fragments. But I think that Lynn's Step Out is a little bit older maybe than Zentangle's fragment concept. I'm not sure. It's not like I explored it. I didn't. And now if you want to add some more details in it, like I will add another little triangle inside each of these. And maybe I will keep it within, now that I'm doing it like this, I think I might keep it within these inner parts without going over to these outer triangles near the edge of my shape. And of course, this reticulum that I chose, it's a hexagon, but it doesn't have to be a hexagon. So you can do this in any kind of reticulum or grid with triangles, or even rectangles. Anyway, so now I'm connecting each of the corners of these smaller triangles with the corners of the bigger one. So it's getting more intricate. And if you magnify it or draw it bigger, it will be even more interesting. So it's kind of like a very cute snowflake, very geometric, but I like it. I think it's really lovely. And then if you want, you can add some details to it to make it more festive, like these little orbs kind of bubbles on top of each of these spokes. It's a cutie. And I'm not the biggest fan of geometrical tangles, but the truth is that if you when you combine the geometrical tangles with organic tangles, you get really the cutest contrasts between shapes, and it's something that I like to do, and sometimes I'm even mindful about doing it. It's like sometimes I even do it on purpose when I start drawing and think about the next tangle that I will add to my drawing. And of course, I would like my gold to be dry before I start adding any shades. So while I'm waiting for it to dry, I will ink in these smaller ones. So now you get to decide how you will embellish yours. So what I'm suggesting is just one way to handle it, but if you have other ideas, feel free to use them. Red would look wonderful inside as well. I mean, gold would look wonderful inside, but the gold jelly roll is opaque, and it would cover my black lines. These are too small to try to fill them with gold jelly roll. It should be something more detailed, like this 01 pen that I'm using. It's really lovely. I like the simplicity of it. It's really cute. And right here around this central orb that I added, it's also not a part of the original step out. I will add, and you can see it's quite a heavy layer of shade. And I'm still careful about not going over the gold with my blending stump because I don't think it's dry yet. And then I'm thinking about maybe adding something inside these outer parts. So it's another fragment like the one that we started with. Just, you know, a detail, almost like an embellishment. Definitely not something that you should do if you don't feel like it adds to the whole design. And now that I did it, I actually need to wait for it to dry. I will add a few white dots in each of these final layers of or ribbons that these small fragments consist of. And finally, I hope that this is dry now. I will just add with my pencil some white to the edges. And again, it's just a version of this Phroz tangle. And you can certainly find your own version, or if you are tangling along, sometimes it's just nice to follow along and not think too much about what to do. So enjoy that if that's what you feel like today. I like this little guy. It's really cute. So I will just proceed with adding the name because I think I'm done with the shape. Thank you for throwing another little cute festive tangle with me, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.